Welcome to the lesson, What are solids, liquids, and gases? In this lesson, you'll explore what these states are and the differences between them. The vocabulary words for this lesson are matter, volume, temperature, solid, liquid, and gas. When you look at a rock, it might seem hard. If you pick it up and throw it against a wall or onto the ground, you'll know that it really is hard. But even rock can become liquid if it gets hot enough. Deep inside Earth, temperatures can get hot enough to melt rock. That's why, when a volcano erupts, red-hot lava spews out. That lava is liquid rock. If that flowing lava hits cool water, it can quickly become glass-like rock, called obsidian. Let's begin by discovering what matter is. Click each image to find out more. All matter is made up of tiny particles. Matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. Just because we can't see something doesn't mean that it doesn't have mass. Gases have mass because they are matter. You can observe physical properties without changing the matter into a new type of matter. An object's color, texture, and odor, if it has one, are a few physical properties of matter. Volume is the amount of space that matter takes up. Volume is one of the physical properties of matter that you can measure. You can measure the volume of liquids by using measuring cups, beakers, and graduated cylinders. You can find out the volume of box shapes by using a ruler to measure their length, height, and width. Another way you can find out the volume of a solid object is to measure how much liquid it displaces. Mass is another property of matter that we can measure. Mass is the amount of matter in an object. Mass can be measured with a balance. Density is a property that describes how closely packed together the particles are in an object. You can calculate an object's density if you measure its mass and volume. Don't be fooled by size, though. This big beach ball has less mass than the smaller bowling ball. So the beach ball is made up of less matter. Temperature is a measure of the amount of thermal energy in an object. The higher its temperature, the more thermal energy that object has. Another physical property of matter is its state. Do you know what the commonly observed states of matter are? They are solid, liquid, and gas. Which state a substance is in depends on its temperature. Click the images to take a closer look. In a gas, the particles are far apart and have little attraction for each other. In a solid, the particles are locked together, but they can still move back and forth in place. In a liquid, the particles can slide past each other. Matter has different properties in each state. Solids have textures. Liquids and gases can flow. The volume of gases can be reduced when they are compressed. The state an object or material is in at any time depends on its temperature and the pressure that surrounds it. Let's take a look at some of these materials and see how they change state. Click an image to matter can change from one state to another, such as from a liquid to a gas, or from a solid to a liquid. When this happens, the identity of the matter doesn't change. When liquid water becomes water vapor, it is still water. The state of a substance depends on its temperature. Oxygen, a gas, water, a liquid, and steel, a solid, are in different states at 22 degrees Celsius because their particles have different strengths of attraction. Some solids melt when enough thermal energy is added. Water melts at 0 degrees Celsius. Gold melts at about 1060 degrees Celsius. A liquid freezes when its particles slow down enough to become locked in place when thermal energy is removed. The freezing temperature of a substance is the same as its melting temperature. Water also freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. A liquid evaporates when its particles escape from its surface. Evaporation happens faster at warmer temperatures because the particles move faster and escape more often. Liquids boil when enough energy is added to make the particles move so fast that they break their attractions to each other throughout the liquid, making gas bubbles form. Different substances boil at different temperatures. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Methane boils at minus 162 degrees Celsius. Condensation is the opposite of evaporation and boiling. When enough energy is removed from gas particles, they slow down enough to get stuck together. When enough particles stick together, they condense, forming drops of liquid. Match the change of state with the correct description. Well done! Remember that substances change from one state to another at certain temperatures. Solids change to liquids, and liquids change to gases when energy is added. Gases change to liquids, and liquids change to solids when energy is removed. Do you remember the properties of the states of matter? Drag each image to the correct state of matter. Well done! A solid has a definite shape and volume. A liquid can change shape but keeps the same volume. A gas changes both its shape and its volume depending on the container it's in. You've learned a lot about solids, liquids, and gases. Now you know that all matter has mass and volume. That temperature, color, texture, odor, and state are physical properties. That common states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. And that matter can change state, but the type of matter stays the same. Now that